As 2026 marks the year of China-Africa people-to-people exchanges, cultural tourism promotes exchanges and mutual learning among the Chinese and Africa civilizations and strengthens people-to-people bonds, amity, and cooperation. So today we are here in Nairobi at the Longren Tours and Travel to visit a former tour guide. This is Maya D, who works now at SGR, but she is a former tour guide here. Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Could you first please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Maya D. I work at Afrista SGR, and I used to work for Longren as a tour guide, and I'm so happy to be back.
Oh, you can show us around?
Yes, of course. I'll show you around. So this used to be the transport department, so they would sit here, and then that is the reception. Then we have this section where the tour operators used to sit. Then for us tour guides, we used to sit on this side. I used to sit on that chair.
Wow.
Yeah, that
table.
was yes.
Oh, nice.
And finally, we have the reservations manager seat over there. Then over here we have a few kitchen facilities.
How do you like the working environment here?
The working environment here was very, very nice. The location is good, and of course the teamwork is really, really good. Yeah.
How many Chinese tourists have you received?
Oh my
before?
God. So many. Hundreds. It's hard to count because I've done so many groups. I started doing the tour guiding back in 2014.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. So where have you showed them around? Which tourist sites?
Oh, okay. So we've gone to Nairobi National Park, Naivasha, Lake Naivasha. We usually go to Masai Mara. We visit the museums like Nairobi Museum. We have the Railway Museum. There's Samburu, Nakuru, Lake Elementaita. So many places because Kenya is full of tourist attractions.
Cool. You must get us to the Railway Museum. I'm really interested in that.
Yeah, I can take you there and give you an introduction because now I'm with SGR and I'm very familiar with that.
Oh.
Yeah.
So why you change your job to the SGR?
Career growth and something different. I wanted to try something different, so I decided to move. Yeah.
You can have more knowledge about the railway.
Absolutely, yeah. And SGR was a new thing that was a result of Kenya-China cooperation. It was a big project. It's actually the biggest infrastructure project in Kenya. So I wanted to take that opportunity.
Cool. Next, let's talk with the managing director of Longren, Sherry Xie. Hello, Sherry. Nice to meet you. Could you please introduce yourself?
Okay, I'm Sherry, and I'm the managing director of Longren Tours and Travel. I came to Kenya. This is my 31 years, and I am in this tourism business more than 20 years.
Wow, really an expert in this. So how do you see the trend of Chinese tourists coming to Africa?
I have to say, since year 2024, the number of Chinese tourists to Kenya increased rapidly. Last year, we have total 91,000 tourists to Kenya. This year, I just got the statistics from Kenya Tourism Board. Is around 110,000. So we have around 20% increase this year. I have to give a big wow to the tourism workers.
How do you train the Kenyan staff to bridge the gap between the culture?
The Kenya tour guide, normally they already speak good Chinese. So majority of them, they graduate from Confucius School, and some of them, they studied in China for a few years. So their Chinese is perfect. The only thing we need to train them is the cultural conflict. So normally we, every year we give them some lessons to teach new tour guide to learn Chinese culture. For example, we teach them how the Chinese care about punctuality, and then also we teach them to provide the emotional value to the client in short time to catch up the interest point of the client. Then when you try to explain the Kenya culture, history, or national park or animals, they can explain accordingly.
So how do you think of the significance of tourism in the people-to-people exchanges of African and Chinese people?
Our tourists recently changed a lot. They not only see the scenery and national park and animal only, they also normally ask us, what can I bring to this country, to the people of Maasai people. So normally we help them to get a list. For example, we can bring some stationery and some toys, some footballs to the local communities. And in this way, they can do some charity things where they are traveling in this country.
So today we follow Mayadi to have a look of this railway museum.
Yeah, welcome to the Railway
Thank you.
Museum. So this is the main entrance. So we're going to start from here. So this is basically a plan of Kenya's railway network. So Kenya has two types of railway. We have the standard gauge railway and the meter gauge railway. So the meter gauge railway was built by the British people back when we were being colonized. And then the standard gauge was built through a cooperation between Kenya and China. So the two lines all start from Mombasa. So the meter gauge starts from Mombasa all the way to Malaba. And the standard gauge followed the same line, except for this area where the standard gauge has started from Mombasa and goes all the way to Naivasha. And currently that's phase 1 and phase 2A. But for the other part, it hasn't yet been built, but there's some negotiations going on so that it can be completed all the way to Malaba.
I see.
Yeah, so normally a country is built and then the country builds a railway. But for Kenya, Kenya is a special country because when the British were building the railway, their target was to go to Uganda. But because of after the railway was built, small cities started forming along the railway. And then slowly the country Kenya came to be. So that is something, the relationship between Kenya and the railway is very close because of this. Okay, so these are some of the wagons that were used for cargo. So you can see it's open, so it could carry different types of scattered cargo. And then this was also another type of cargo carrier. And then over here, we have another type of carrier. This is also one of the, this was after now from Uganda Railways, it became Kenya Railways. Then this was one of the vessels that came, was imported to transport people and goods.
I see.
This is also another one. This is a locomotive engine. This one came in 1970s. And it was also used to move things from Mombasa all the way to Malaba.
So today we also have this in use.
What happened now, these were steam engines, but now we are using locomotive engines. So we've upgraded. So these ones have been kept as souvenirs and they're like parked outside in the yard. But nowadays we're using diesel engines because it's easier and you know, with the steam engines, we used to burn a lot of firewood, which is not so friendly to the environment. This was a steam engine. So this is the boiler. Yeah, this was a boiler. So you know how steam engines work. You burn the coal, it heats up the water, then the water now produces the steam, and the engine is able to move. Yeah. So over here, we have some of the tools that were used for repair and during the process of construction. Then this was one of the logos. As you can see, the lion is used even in the Kenyan, to represent Kenya, because during construction of the railway, there was a lot of attacks from lions. They were called man-eaters. Okay, you can see that guy, he's doing inspection of the rails. So that bicycle was 1 meter wide. You know, the difference between the meter gauge and the standard gauge is that the meter gauge is 1 meter, but the standard gauge is slightly wider. So that bicycle was 1 meter long. So the inspector would use that bicycle to detect whether the spacing was okay all through. Yeah. Then here we have these were known as the man-eaters, the Savo man-eaters, because you know the railway passes through Savo East National Park and Savo West. So there were a lot of lions and a lot of wild animals. So these lions had killed so many of the workers. They killed Indians, Africans, and some of the British people as well. And one day, when you see this picture, one day the British had gone hunting for these lions because they had killed so many people and they had created fear amongst the workers. So the British wanted to kill the lion. So during the trip, or when they were searching for the lions, one of the hunters fell asleep and the lion came into the cabin, took him and killed him.
Terrible.
So now the hunter became the hunted. Yeah, so even this train is outside. So in this room, this is basically about showcasing the standard gauge railway. So as you know, the standard gauge railway was a partnership program between China and Kenya. So the Chinese government and the Kenyan government came together with the idea of building the standard gauge railway, which is an upgrade from the meter gauge. It's much better, it's wider, it can carry more people, and we use diesel locomotives, so it's faster. So right now, it moves from Mombasa, as you can see in that map, from Mombasa all the way to Nairobi and then to Suswa. So we are planning to repair the railway all the way to Malaba, but because of the negotiations and financial reasons, it's not yet complete, but they're working on it. So this way you can see this is a representation of the construction period when the Kenyans and the Chinese were working together to build the railway. So there were 30,000 Kenyans involved in the construction of the railway and 3,000 Chinese workers who are working together to build the railway. Then this was during the launch of phase 1 from Mombasa to Nairobi. So these are the locomotives that we currently have. So we have the passenger locomotive, we have the this is the freight, the one that carries the cargo, and then this is for shunting, like connecting different trains together. So this is what we are currently using. And over here we have pictures of the different stations. So Mombasa, which was the first station.
Really
Mombasa.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's very beautiful, and it represents, the circles represent the terrain. And then this is Nairobi terminus. So from Nairobi, if you take a train right now, the last stop is Naivasha.
I see.
Yeah, so at Naivasha ICD, because the standard gauge does not go all the way to Malaba, but there's a lot of demand for cargo to go to Malaba, what happens when the standard gauge gets the goods to Naivasha, the cargo is transferred to the meter gauge, then it goes to Malaba. But very soon after we fix the standard gauge, then everything will be all the way. You start your cargo journey in Mombasa and you can go all the way to Malaba without stopping. Yeah. So now I will show you some of the models. So this is a passenger coach. So if you want to go to Mombasa, this is where you will sit.
I must have a try.
Yeah, you should. It's very fast, convenient, and you know railway transport is safer than road transport. And up to now, for SGR, we've had 0 impact accidents, incidents.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's been safe, and we are very proud of that.
Nice.
Yeah, so as you can see that and these are some of our cargo wagons. And over here we have a model of the locomotive. So
Connecting
this is
nations,
yeah,
prospering people.
Yeah, so that is the slogan for Kenya Railways.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So that's all for the indoor exhibition.
Yes, that's
so
it.
Let's go outside to
Sure.
outdoor
Let's
look.
go.
Okay.
So we'll go outside and have a look at some of the old trains. So this is a shunting locomotive. Also a steam shunting locomotive that was used during that time. Like I told you, shunting to move. It's just used to like change the lines. Yeah. So over here we have this TR. It's this one was built in 1923 and it was used to film the, Out of Africa?
Oh yeah.
You watched it? Yeah, so this was used to film it. And you can see on this side they used to put the firewood and on the other side is the boiler where the water used to go in. You can see that pipe. So they used to put the water in there and then the firewood would be taken from this side and put inside and then it would burn and heat up the water. Would you like to go up and have a look?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go up and you have to be very careful, okay?
Wow.
Yeah, so this is it. That's where they used to put the firewood. So they take that wood, they put it inside the boiler over here, and then they light it up, and then the heat boils the water and now produces steam to power the engine.
Let's have a try.
That's okay. Okay, we can put one together. Is it heavy? Oh, okay. You can come and then we do it together. Yeah. Right. Yeah, so they used to put it in here. Yeah. And then just light it up and then the heat would hit the water.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we can go have a look at some other coaches. So like I told you, you have to
the same way.
Yes.
Oh, I need to go down this way.
Yeah, just
So
be careful.
Oh,
sorry. That's okay. So for this, every type of engine and wagon, it used to be broken down and then they would assemble it here in Kenya. And depending on where they were, for the friendly communities, like some of the Maasai communities, they were collaborators. So you would find that the British would name that engine, give it the name of that community. For example, this Karamoja. Yeah, so that community was friendly, so they decided to name the engine after that community. So even the one that is behind this was for the Maasai community, because Maasais were collaborators. They collaborated with the British. So the engine was named after their community.